Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Avishkar Gangurde, and I'm a clinical psychologist and counselor. Hopefully, you enjoy this session as this session is on team building and group dynamics. So, my dear friends, for this interaction, for this session, as it is going to be a one-way interaction, uh, hopefully you enjoy, you understand some part of this team building and what are group dynamics about it and how to maintain a healthy group, cohesiveness, understanding. So, my dear friends, this interaction will include my presentation and some videos and few activities. Okay, and together it's an attempt from my side for you to understand this topic. Hopefully, you do. And I also assume that my voice is audible and the screen is visible to you. Okay. So without wasting any time, let's start with the presentation. This is my slide. So yeah, team building. So what is team building? What are the factors associated in dynamics of forming a group? What are the stages of forming a group? And what other aspects are included in this topic? So dear friends, in this presentation, you will learn difference between bunch of people and a team. Okay, what is the difference between these two aspects? What are the dynamics of the group? What are the principles of group dynamics? And I don't know, somehow the question mark ala hai there, but it's just an error. So sorry about that. Last thing is healthy maintenance of the group. How do you maintain, the quality of the group? And talking about group, I would like to share one video with you. Hopefully, you enjoy that clip because that clip is something that's what I like, and I always share this clip to a crowd talking about this topic. So let's share the video. And my dear friends, I am also going to share this clip with you in this folder. So just in case if it is not visible to you, you can watch it from your side. Okay, so I'll just share the video on the screen. Again, I assume that the video disat ahe, screen is there, and let's play. So I want you to observe this video very carefully and what are the aspects that you learn from this video. I hope you like it. Okay. So after watching this clip, this one of our favorite professor, Dr. A.R. Bharadwaj, in one of his seminar, he spoke about group management. So he said one motto was, I guess that was disaster management workshop, where he gave this motto to us that Josh may be or Hosh may be. So at times, it's very important to keep our senses and to keep our thoughts and what's happening, and awareness of it is also very important. So this clip, this video reminds me of that. So it is so important to keep our senses and to be aware what's happening around and why we are there is also a very important task for a group. Okay, so I hope that's the video that I wanted to share with you for the very first of the session, to build a foundation for this interaction. So my dear students, my dear friends, let's begin to say what is group, what is known as group. I hope the screen is again visible, because as it is a one-way interaction, it's difficult for me to know. So what is group and how it is different from just one bunch of people? Okay. So group refers to two or more people who share a common meaning to the group and an evaluation of themselves and come together to achieve a common goal. So there is a meaning to the group, there is some evaluation happening to themselves, and there is a common goal to that group. Just like in the video, there was a common goal to achieve the fruit, and they worked as a team, they worked as a group. So that is called as group. That is the main difference between a bunch of people just standing and a group of people standing. A bunch of people might necessarily not have any consistent goal or something to achieve, but a group does. Okay. Now there are two more videos that I want to share with you, and those videos are something which clear that doubt, what is bunch of people and what is group of people. Okay. I hope you enjoy those clips too. So just give me a moment. Yes, there will be a lot of videos to share. There will be a lot of this switching on and off. So please bear with me. So this clip that I'm showing, this is some of our favorite clip to watch. So when I share this clip with you, you decide. There are two clips I'm showing. You decide which one is bunch of people and which one is a group of people. Okay, here the first video.
तू खा ले खा ले
Oh, Vikas, don't do that, yeah.
जन्मों की भूखी, this is your upbringing. और कान के नीचे तुझे बजा के डाऊंगा. इतना दम्बोली, Big Boss 14 सीजन की सबसे बड़ी नल्ली. ये लोग ने केक ले लिया बिग बॉस. ये टास्क रद्द हो जाएगा, सब भूखे मरेंगे.
हाथ नहीं लगाना मुझे, अभी मैं तमाशा रख के दूंगी भूखे.
मैं भी दे सकती हूँ तेरे को.
कुछ भी करे चलता है सबको यार वो बोलेगी वो करेगी वो
कौन बोल रहा है कि वो करेगी?
आपने रोका वो क्यों नहीं रुकी
इसको बोल तो रही हूँ, गलत है, पूरा घर सफर करेगा.
तो पागल है कि पूरे घर का राशन बर्बाद करेगी
मेरे पीछे पीछे मत आओ.
मेरे को खाने को नहीं मिला मुझे मालूम है क्या हालत हो रही है यहाँ पे तू खा ले खा ले
Oh, Vikas, don't do that, yeah.
जन्मों की भूखी, this is your.
Yeah, so that was video one. You decide, is it a bunch of people or is it a group of people? Okay. This is one more clip. I'm showing. You decide again. Yeah. My dear students, if the video is not visible, if it is not clear, so please pause my interaction and go to the folder and click on video number 2. Okay, so you will get these videos.
ആദ്യ റൗണ്ട് മത്സരം വിജയിച്ച് കണിച്ചേരി തച്ചയിൽ സ്പോൺസർ ചെയ്യുന്ന സ്റ്റാർ വിഷൻ വെങ്കിടന് ഗുരുവായൂർ കോർട്ട് സെക്കൻഡിൽ നിന്നുകൊണ്ട് മത്സരിക്കുന്നു. എതിർവശത്ത് എക്കോബോയ്സ് ചേലക്കുളം ടീമുകൾ തമ്മിലുള്ള പോരാട്ടം. വിജയിച്ചാൽ കേരള വടംവലി മത്സരത്തിന്റെ സെമി ഫൈനൽ മത്സരത്തിലേക്ക് വടംവലിച്ച് കയറാം. പരാജയപ്പെട്ടാൽ കേരള വടംവലി മത്സരത്തിന്റെ 6ാം സമ്മാനം ക്യാഷ് അവാർഡുമായി കളം വിട്ട് മടങ്ങേണ്ടി വരും. നീല കലർന്ന ജേഴ്സിയിൽ തൃശ്ശൂരിന്റെ ജില്ലാ ചാമ്പ്യന്മാർ, കഴിഞ്ഞ ഞായറാഴ്ചയുടെ ചാമ്പ്യന്മാര് കണിച്ചേരി തച്ചയിൽ സ്പോൺസർ ചെയ്യുന്ന സ്റ്റാർ വിഷൻ വെങ്കിടന് ഗുരുവായൂർ അവസാന 10 അടി ലൈനിലേക്ക് വടംവലിച്ച് കയറുന്നു. എതിർവശത്ത് ചലഞ്ചേഴ്സ് മറ്റക്കുഴി ടീം.
Dear group, dear students, watch the last 20 seconds of this clip. Okay, it's very interesting. The move, you can see the sync between this group.
തമ്മിലുള്ള പോരാട്ടം കയ്യടിയോടുകൂടി മാത്രം ഇരു ടീമുകളെയും പ്രോത്സാഹിപ്പിക്കുക. 5 അടിയോളം വിജയപഥങ്ങളിലേക്ക് സ്റ്റാർ വിഷൻ വെങ്കിടന് മത്സരം.
Yes, that's about it. The last 20 seconds, the way they pull the opposite team towards them. So yes, my dear students, my dear friends, you have to decide which one is the group or which one was the bunch of people. Okay, so I hope these small videos would give you some understanding, okay, or it will give you some of the essence of this interaction. So let's move in with the interaction today. What are group dynamics? Okay, this is a small theory part. So where group dynamics deals with the attitude and behavioral patterns of the group. So because group involves people, right? Group does not involve only chair but tables. So group involves people who has different attitudes, who has different behavioral patterns, who has different set of knowledge, different set of emotions to express. So when these come together, that becomes a group. Second point, group dynamic is concerned how groups are formed. What are the stages that are taken place in forming a group? What is their structure and which process are followed in their function? What is the process? What are the roles and responsibilities? What are the rules and regulations? It's all come under group dynamics. Thus, it is concerned with the interaction and forces operating between the groups. So when we say forces operating, means the people that are interacting with each other. Okay, because group means people, right? And people will come with thoughts, people will come with attitudes, people will come with behavioral patterns, right? So let's move a little ahead with this group. What are the principles of group dynamics? The members of the group must have a strong sense of belongingness to the group. Imagine that if I belong to a group and there is no belongingness, there is no warmth in the group, it is quite obvious for me to feel left out. So the very first important is to have a strong sense of belongingness. It's a community, right? It's a small family that we call. So that family should have that strength, that pull on the members of the group. Hence, a sense of belongingness, that I belong to this group, I belong to this community, I belong to this team. This comes from the culture that is nurtured in the group. The more attraction as a group to its member, it is very easy to influence and work as a group. So here, what it means to say is the group has to be more attractive in the sense it has to have a variety of people working. If, for example, everyone is leader in the group, it becomes chaotic. So the more attraction, the more is, that means the more variety to the group. affects it and it influences other groups also. The third part, the successful effort to change individual subparts of the group would result in making them conform to the norm of the group. It's quite confusing, but the thing what I want to say here is the successful effort to change an individual subparts of the group means the way the individual is performing in the group, okay, and the way the individual is holding on to the rules of the group, the norms of the group. That also comes under principles of group dynamics. So let's move ahead. What are the features of group dynamics? Group composition and group cohesiveness, group leadership, group norms, and group roles. These come under the features of the group. Group composition deals with how the group is formed. Group cohesiveness. Group cohesiveness means how understanding the group is towards each other. Group leadership talks about what is the quality of leader the group holds. And there are different types of leaders, right? So what is the type of leader the group holds? Group norms. Norms and means rules and regulations. And group roles. Is there allocated roles and responsibilities given to the individuals? So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 features has to be there in group dynamics. If not, then the group will perform very poor. So talking about this features of group dynamics, you can refer to the 2 videos that I showed to you. One was Big Boss and one was Tug of War. So in the Tug of War, there was group composition, right? How the group was formed. The one was the anchor at the end of the group, the one who was pulling up the rope, and there were others who were there to pull the team. There was group cohesiveness. When we talk about group cohesiveness, there was understanding in the group. There was no chaos. Group leadership. There was a leader of the group. Maybe he must be a coach. He must be guiding them. Group norms, rules of the group that were taken care in the Tug of War. Rules were also allocated, right? They were not going haywire. So all these factors come under that Tug of War video. You can pause my introduction and go back and watch that video again if you want. So these 5 points are very clearly visible in that Tug of War video. And the same points are missing in that Big Boss video. There was no group composition, no understanding, leadership. There was no rules and regulations. Though the Big Boss, the authority mentions few, but it is not taken care. Group roles. There is no set roles for the activity that was there. So features of group dynamics are these 5 things. Okay. And as I told you that there are a lot of people working together. It's not just one person makes a team. No, it is people who work together. And when we work with people, we are dealing with mind. We are dealing with thoughts. We are dealing with opinions. We are dealing with behavior. There are all variety of behaviors, right? So this activity which I am going to share with you is picture and word activity. So what you have to do, my dear friends, is I'm going to share some pictures in front of you. And the picture will stay for 5 seconds or maybe less than that. What you have to do is when you see a picture, which I will show it to you, when you will see that picture, you have to write a word that comes to your mind when you see that picture. And just write it down, all of you. Okay. For example, if I show you this, what comes to your mind when you see this picture? What comes to my mind is New York. Okay. So this might not be New York. Okay. So do not judge. Do not judge yourself. Just keep writing whatever comes to your mind when you see these pictures. Okay, so let's start the game and start this activity. Keep your writing material with you, and with one picture back to back, you just write words that comes to you. Okay, so let's start. judge yourself. You don't have to write literal thing that is there. With the word that comes to you for the first time when you see this picture, write that. Next. Judge yourself. Do not filter anything. Just write. Yes. Next. And I hope the pictures were visible. If not, pause my interaction, pause this video and play my PPT and you will see this picture and word activity. Okay, you play that and you come back to the session. But I assume that thus it is visible to you. So the objective behind this picture and word activity is to tell everyone things different, right? Now, what I want you to do is, ask your friends, ask your classmates, go back to the first picture and just ask each other, what did you write? What did you write? What did I write? And just share. You will find there are different varieties, there are different words that are coming out from each other, except Sunny Deol. So the main reason, the main objective for you to have this activity is to understand that everyone thinks different. As I told you, in the group dynamics, there are people working with each other. It's not chair and table. And with working with people, there are attitudes and behavioral patterns that one should understand. So it will not fit everyone. Everyone thinks differently, and we have to manage ourselves. We don't manage them every time. We manage our thinking also, right? I hope that makes sense to you when you do this activity. Next is what I want to share with you is forming of the group. What are the stages that comes to in preparing a group? Just a minute.